Good evening. Welcome to the Nigerian Pride. Today, the 8th of July 2021. Yesterday, the Three Lions qualified for the final of a major football tournament since 1966. And I think as a home nation, we are all, I won't say we are all, but we are some are supporting England to go all the way on Sunday, while some are supporting the Azuris. For those who know me very well, you know where I lie, you know where I am, you know where my tent is already. But for those who don't, after the game on Sunday, you will know. But let's come back to today. Today we've heard so many reports. The Prime Minister have said definitely by July the 19th, England will be open to all restrictions will be lifted. But in Scotland, we are still looking forward to August. Hopefully, we'll see what happens then. So, we are here in the diaspora. Some have invested here, some have invested at home. But then, why should we continue to invest? Particularly in the most populous black nation in the world, Nigeria. What are the prospects? What are the prospects of investing in property in Nigeria? Especially from those of us in the diaspora. This main question and other questions are what we'll be focusing on today. If you're ready, let's go because my guest is ready and I'm going to call her in now. Hello, guest.
Hi, Dr. Olu.
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself, how are you doing today?
Always fantastic every time. So, can you tell us who you are? Can you just introduce yourself to the viewers and the listeners around the world?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Pascaline. I work for Dradro.
Hello. Hello, Pascaline. Can you hear me? Hello, Pascaline. Can you hear me? I think we're struggling a bit with the connection there. Whilst we wait for the connections
So,
back. Hello, Pascaline. Can you hear me?
yes, please, I can hear you. I think
Okay, I thought
it's
we had a breaking transmission there. So, if you can just go on with the introduction of yourself, please.
okay. My name is Pascaline. I work for Dradrock Real Estate Limited in the capacity of the head of diaspora markets. So at diaspora markets, what we do is we target what's it called, investment, more or less foreign investments. We also focus on individuals, but most especially Nigerians in diaspora. We guide them on how to, help, and also help them to build their real estate investment portfolios. So basically, that is what the department I had here in Dradro.
All right, good. Good to know that. Now, from my own research, I found out that you are the very first person to hold that kind of position at Jado.
Yes. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Okay, I like that. So tell us about your journey of becoming the head of the diaspora team. How did you get to this position?
Okay. Prior to becoming here at Dradrock, I also was the pioneer head of partners management at Dradrock too. Like I nurtured it to where it is now before I handed over to my successor. So they are the partners. We more or less we bring all of the partners under one umbrella. So you don't necessarily have to be a staff of Dradrock before you can sell and earn a living with us. So we'll figure out a lot of people one way or the other, they sell properties and they also make returns, or they get commissions. That's what we call it. They get commissions. So we decided to bring them together and form a department for them. So I headed that department first before earlier this year. I was moved to become the head of diaspora markets here, because we found out that about 70 to 80% of our revenue over the years, they are from diaspora, and we didn't have any department heading that. So we thought about it, like, okay, maybe we should look into this department also and enhance opportunities and also guide our people on how to, enlarge their investment portfolios too. So that's how I was made the head of the department to head it and bring it to light too.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, I know, yes, you've told us that movement, but, in some cases, people will look at, okay, but there are no other candidates. Because what I'm trying to bring out here is to see how a woman came to lead this kind of position, just to be able to encourage other young ladies out there, other young women out there, other girls out
Okay. So there's no, should I say, it's not really a rocket science, and I'm not going to use the phrase where they say what a man can do, a woman can do. No, I'm not going to use that phrase today. So I'll rather say that maybe the company saw what I did at the partners department. Okay, and say, okay, since this is a baby department, also let's bring her here and do what you did there and build this department also. That does not mean that there are no challenges, considering the fact that this is the first year diaspora market is existing. We have challenges, but then what do? You focus, you become more determined, more committed, and also you give prompt and timely resolutions to your task, knowing fully well that as a leader, if there's a plus, it's on you. There's a minus, it's on you also. So it's all about taking responsibilities and owning it up also. So
there. Okay. So taking responsibilities, owning it up, facing the challenge, and trying to overcome the challenge. Now, what challenges did you face to get to where you are today?
okay, like I earlier mentioned, should I say, there are no organization, or there is never a tax that you would take, especially for the first time, that wouldn't come with its challenges. So you just have to try and live above it. Basically, especially when it comes to baby departments, when it comes to your onboarding, a whole lot has to be put in place. Your objectives have to be put in place. People that you need to work with that are going to have like minds with you as well. All these are going to, needs to be looked into. They are all also challenges as well, no matter how you want to say it. But you just have to strive to become better and become better than your challenges, and let your challenges not, take the better part of you.
Hmm. Not let your challenges take the better part of you. Um, are there any examples you can give us on that one?
Okay, for example, I'm trying to, I'm here in Nigeria and I'm trying to penetrate the diaspora market. So I'm not just dealing with just one country, different countries where we have Nigerians. And Nigerians are everywhere. Anywhere it is. I think they are even in the moon. I don't know. But I think so also. So you just have to look for one way or the other, just the way I'm able to, get across to you. One way or the other, you must, break through, and if you're determined, you will get things done.
Okay, so let's go now to the Nigerian property market. How big is the market? How big is the real estate market in Nigeria?
Well, from my research, I'm going to be quoting PwC. It says that the Nigerian real estate sector has risen to 8.7% as against the average GDP of growth in Nigeria, which is around 7.4 or thereabout. So that is to say that real estate sector is actually a very fast rising sector in Nigeria, and we have not even started. I believe we are still starting. We're still trying to get our facts right. We're still trying to get things right here in Nigeria. And with some of the little effort that we have from our personal, people that travel abroad, they come back, they try to replicate what they've seen out there. It is a sector that looks like it's going to take over the whole sector in Nigeria. So, for example, I would say that as at last year, which is 2020, last year, the despite the fact that we had coronavirus, we had NSAS, and a lot of other challenges, the diaspora market precisely, they took about money that came in from diaspora is about 16.8 billion US dollars just in 2020 alone. And notwithstanding, real estate sector took about 15% of this remittance. So it is more like an encouragement to our people out there that you can actually still invest in Nigeria regardless of what you think is going on. Nigeria is still a very good place and a virgin land where you can still invest, most especially right now, considering our rates and that of diaspora rates as well.
Okay. So you've told us how big, you've told us like how much you remitted just from the United States last year. 16.8, you said about 15% of that was into real estate. Fine. Now, the question I will ask is that why should we, what's the prospect there for us? I mean, like, I understand, yes, closing the diaspora because of the present exchange rate, yes, it's easy to move money home to do things. But what's the prospect of that investment?
Okay. First of all, I would say that number one is generational assets. Real estate is a generational asset, and the investment can actually outlive the investor. Like, they are investment that that they're going to be there for as long as you can think of, and it's something that you can pass on to your younger generation as well. Then secondly is property appreciation. There is never a time you will buy a property anywhere in Nigeria for a certain amount, and then you come back to resell, you're selling below how much you bought it for. It is never said anywhere. I don't think I've seen someone that has bought a property and undersold it. Then thirdly, I have what we call home is home. Regardless of where you are, you still have to, or you still would want to have something, to fall back to here in Nigeria as well. Then, I also have what we call the retirement scheme. You know, Here in though we have Nigerians in diaspora, most of the Nigerians over there, when they want to retire, they would want to come home where they will be close to their family and their friends also, because I understand life is not at old age abroad is not same as it is here. Actually, where you have your families, come around to take care of you. So you still need a retirement home. However, it could be in a resort or however, but you need to be home here when you retire. So you need asset to fall back to. It is now that we're young that we'll begin to bid for our future or prepare for our retirement, prepare for our tomorrow, not when we are old. So these are some of the points that could help you or to guide you to, retracing your steps into falling back to investing in real estate in Nigeria, most especially now that I know that your dollar or your currency can buy you higher property that will give you higher returns in future here in Nigeria. So
Right. Well, that's a good one in telling us, about that. The thing again is that, right, let's say, for example, that someone, yeah, he's originally, maybe he was born here, so he's from here, maybe the parents are the ones from Nigeria, but listening to us at the moment, how do you want to, how will you present Nigeria, the real estate market, to such a person to convince him or her to approach you and say, you know what, I want to invest in real estate in Nigeria? What are those things that will be the selling points for us?
okay, thank you for that. So for the younger generation, or the growing ones, it is there's like you mentioned earlier. Some of them are about there. They don't even have, should I say, roots here in Nigeria, or they were not born or brought up here. But I think if they grew up knowing what their parents somehow have investment in Nigeria that yield certain amount. Like from my research, a successful real estate investment can earn as high as 30 to 35% yearly, especially when it is based strategically in Lagos, Abuja, and some of the fast rising states in Nigeria. So if you look at these places, think of where you can, not just investing, but strategically investing in areas that will yield you more, that will give you high returns. And there are also other investments in Nigeria that's pertain to real estate that could help to boost your yearly, or should I say your annual returns also. So for the younger ones, look at it as Nigeria is actually the largest country in Africa as a whole. So it is never enough. And statistically, they say that about 600 million people move into Lagos alone every month, and they have no plans of returning to their base. So we also have expatriates coming into Nigeria as well. And these people, they stay here, and some of them even own properties here in Nigeria. So if you can invest in Nigeria, yeah, with little of your dollar, knowing that dollar, the rate of dollar over there, and that's how, and the rate of the exchange rate in Nigeria right now is juicy, if I can use the term juicy, and it grows every day, and we don't even know how it's going to, when it's going to come down, or when it's going to normalize. We hope for that. But right now, as it is, dollar is around 500 naira for $1 now, and about with little money in your currency, you can invest more here in Nigeria that will give you returns, high returns as well, with time to come.
Okay, that's a good one you've told us there. Now let's move on to your organization. What,
Okay.
tell us about your organization and what you do, what you offer.
Okay, basically, Dradrock Real Estate is a famous real estate company located in Lekki Phase 1, Lagos. And we are about 4 years in the industry. And in the course of these 4 years, we've delivered on some estates. We dealt on land, we've built houses, we have projects that are ongoing, some are coming up also, some are being launched newly in the market, which I'm still going to talk to you about. So we have some projects around the island, basically, mostly on the island in Lagos here, and we also have in Abuja, around Jabi in Abuja. So I'm going to strategically talk about the ones we have currently here in Lagos. So we have the estate that we call Pacific Manor. Pacific Manor is actually in two phases. We have the phase 1 and we have the phase 2. The phase 1 is sold out and about 80% completed. actually. Then currently we are selling, we're in the sale of the phase two. And these estates, they are located around Abramadesanya, for people that are familiar with the Lagos Island, just before you get to the Lagos Business School, where we have different typologies. We have one bedroom apartment, we have two bedroom apartment, and we have four bedroom terrace duplex. So then secondly, we have the Millennia Bay. Millennia Bay is actually a new product that we're just about to launch in the market. So there is a
Can hear you. Go on. Pascaline. Hello, Pascaline. Hello, Pascaline. Can you hear?
Hi, can you hear me? I think I
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Go on, please.
Oh, okay. So we have the another product that we call it's called the Millennia Bay. It's located in Lekki Phase One, just beside the IMAX film house. IMAX Cinemas is a film house in Lekki Phase One, just not like 2 minutes drive from the IMAX film house as well. So there we are building a twin tower that has pin house. We have different typologies there. We have the one bedroom apartment there. We have two bedroom apartment with BQ. We have three bedroom maisonette, and we have three bedroom the pin house also. So the good thing is that the maisonette and the pin houses, they come with their personal swimming pools also. So like I said, that it's the twin tower, twin pane house tower that is more like it comes with the finest architectural designs and with a world-class interior fittings that depicts royalty and class. So this you could actually, for mentioned earlier about retirement home, it is a kind of house or building or apartment, depending on which of the typologies one would want to key into, where you would love to have as your retirement home. For people that wouldn't want to, use it as retirement home, it could serve as investment, some of what to be added as one of their investment portfolio, where you get high returns on your investment. For example, it could be used for shortlets, where you earn as high as 100,000 naira per night for the one bedroom apartment. So if you do the calculations for 100,000 naira per night, and on a worst case scenario, you're having about 70% occupancy rate. If you do the calculation, you can see that within a space of 5 to 7 years, you already recouped the amount of money that you've invested in this properties. So then going forward also, same is applicable for the paint house that we have there and the masonette. They're all three bedroom in terms of their typologies. They're all three bedroom apartments. So this aside, we also have plots of land for people that would love to build for themselves and also to buy and keep for future purposes. Like I mentioned earlier, you want to pass on investment to your children, to your next generation. You can also key into the landed properties as well, and you see that these properties, they all appreciate, have property appreciation as time goes on. And considering the fact that some of our projects like the Millennia Bay, it is off plan. So when I say off plan, I meant projects that are not on ground. They are being sold while they are still under construction,
Sure.
or they're about to kick off. So you seem to get off takers that will key into these projects before they are completed. And you notice that if you buy into this project, you have the possibility of breaking your payments into an agreed development plan or payment plan that you have with the company. So you pay monthly or quarterly depending on your agreement. So before you are done with your payments, the development must of the project must have been standing, and then you're already having capital appreciation immediately, even before it is completed. So this, and also we have on our website different projects that would, different investment schemes that one could key in aside buying properties. So if you check our website, you could get some information that would help you to increase your portfolios.
All right, good, good. I like that comprehensive answer. Well, later on, I'll be asking you to give us the website of the company. But before then, one question I want to ask is this. With
Okay.
everything you told us about the different packages you have and things like that, is there rest of mind when it comes to all the papers we need with the government for the house, like the C of O, the deed of agreement, all those papers they talk about, especially the C of O.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, because we understand that um, we are in this market to stay to play for a long time, and we understand that people abroad, they have security issues when it comes to investment in Nigeria. We've taken time to, like, we pay attention to the slight or to details actually in terms of our documentations. We don't really buy into products or bring products into the market that do not have governor's consent or do not have C of O. No. So all of our projects, they are all being perfected. So you don't have any issues. You can even go to the proper channels. Maybe you can go to Lausa and do your due diligence before you key into our products. Everything is all in, black and white. So it's all plain. You would get to understand or see that we are very transparent. We can even host virtual meetings with you, virtual site inspections, and you can cite our documents yourself. And then, that will help you to make your decisions rightly.
All right, good, brilliant. Now, you've talked about the Lagos one. Tell us about the
Okay.
Abuja one, the one in Jab.
Okay. Yes, so the product we have in Jabi is actually called hibiscus terraces. They are a block of, we just penetrated the Abuja market recently. So they are just block of terraces that we're building there. So other informations on that will be relayed via our website. But we do have it's one point, about 2 points that we're giving out now is that we have a project in Abuja in Jabi, and they're coming in terraces, 4 bedroom terraces precisely, and other information in terms of the payment and other details you'll be needing for this project will be on our website, which at the end of this talk would be sharing our website with individuals that would want to check us out. So
Good. So, in terms of checking you out, I am interested. Let's say I'm interested in the one in Lagos, one of your property in Lagos,
okay.
and let's say I'm looking for 3 bedroom duplex, or if you don't have that, maybe a 3 bedroom house. Anyways, um, what offer is readily available now?
Okay, it depends on what area and your plans for the investment. Like, are you buying for to live in? Are you buying for investment purpose? So we have different kinds of investment. We have
Well,
the one I mentioned lastly,
let's
which is
let's
the
say we are doing,
Millennia Bay. So that
let's
again?
let's say we are doing for both.
Okay, but for the both, okay. You can use them for both, but people that have large families, they would want to go for the terrace duplex because of the numbers of units or bedrooms that we have in them. So the for the duplexes, we have duplexes around the Abramadesoya, around the Aja, as it's close to Lagos Business School. We have there are 4 bedroom terrace duplexes. It's currently on sale at the moment. Then coming up to Lekki Phase 1, we have the Millennia Bay. We have the 3-bedroom paid house. We have the 3-bedroom maisonette as well. Then for the apartments, we have 1-bedroom apartment. We have 2-bedroom apartment with a BQ. Then for the one in Naija, we also have 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments there also. So
Okay.
depend on where you want to invest and where
So
you do.
yeah, let's say we want the one that is very close to the business school.
Okay, that's the Pacific Manor Phase 2
Yes.
because this Phase 1 is sold out.
Yeah, you said so. You said the phase one is sold out already. So the Pacific Manor Phase 2. Yeah, that's the one you say you're selling now. Yeah. So let's say we want that one. I want maybe a 2 bed with a BQ. Is that available in Phase 2?
Okay, for the Phase 2, we have 2-bedroom apartment, but it doesn't have a BQ. It is the one in Lekki Phase 1 that has a BQ. So the Pacific Manor Phase 2 we have 2-bedroom apartment there currently selling.
Okay. So what are so if I'm interested in that, in buying that, what are the payments, the payment methods available, or what are the payments arrangements available? I know, yes, I can buy outrightly, but if I don't want to buy outrightly, what are the other ways I can pay?
Okay, for the 2-bedroom apartment, it's currently selling at the rate of 27.5 on outright. Then installment price is 29 million naira, and you can spread your balance between 18 to 24 months. So you make your initial deposit of 20% and then spread the balance between 18 to 24 months because the estate is due to be delivered in 24 months.
Okay, so 20%, regardless of whether it's 18 months or 24 months, we will still pay the 20% deposit.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, it's actually 18 months, but because the estate is going to be delivered in 24 months, it does not mean that if one has, like, we could give a grace of 6 months for people that are not able to pay up in 18 months to pay up before the estate is being handed over to them.
all right. Because the reason why I'm asking all those questions is because just to make people understand before they come over to you, and then they understand what all the things you have there. So,
Okay.
the other thing I was going to ask you again is that we've talked about the areas where you are the Pacific Phase 2 now. I think that's the one on sale. So around that area, because one thing I always want to, because I think of it myself. Okay, if I want to live in that area, what are the other facilities in that area we can look up to apart from Lagos Business School?
Okay, there are also, it's actually a fast developing area. We have some other estates currently being constructed around that axis. Then we also have the Ahmed Musa stadium, sorry, where one can, register, become a member. Like the Ahmed Musa I'm talking about is the Nigerian footballer. So he has properties on that axis. He has investment in terms of for people that love sports. So they come there, become members. So I think his plan is to become one of the largest football club around that axis. It's just like we have golf. There's also a golf course at Lakwe, not far from that axis also. For people that love golf,
Okay.
that love golf, the game of golf also. So it is basically, we look at that axis as an area for retirement, basically, because of the relaxation centers that are situated on that axis. So
You
there are
know,
also some beaches around there too, a lot of beach around there, that axis too. So those are the things that you look at and okay, fine, I want somewhere I could go and relax with my family. I don't want to go all the way down just drive by and have a feel of the nature around there.
So just for you to know, I'm speaking to you from Scotland. And Scotland is the home of golf. Golf started
Oh,
for
okay.
so we will really be looking forward to such a thing there. And we are playing open our own already in Scotland for golf. So yeah, that's a good one to know. Now, one thing I want you to tell us again, because I know you've told us a lot already about it, about your organization. So, in terms of financial security now, because let's
Okay.
say someone like me, maybe myself and my friends, about 10 of us, will decide to, to, to invest with you guys. Maybe we want to buy up to like 10 property, but we want them for investment now, not that we want to come and live in them, just to invest.
Okay.
What can you offer us on that? Because I know you mentioned we could have for investment or the one you live in. So for investment, tell us what we can do, what you can do for us on that one.
Okay, thank you. So, in that aspect, we have right now what is currently selling in Nigeria is a chocolate business, and we have an arm in our company. It's called AfriDev that handles investments like that. So, what we do is we have plans for people like individuals like you just mentioned that want to come together. We actually call it co-ownership scheme. So yeah, so you don't necessarily have to even know the people you're investing with, but like you mentioned, you're coming with your friends, about 5 or 10 of you to own apartment or to own block of apartment. So what we do is we divide your investment according to your portfolio or according to how much you invested or you use in keying into the product. So we help you to put the property in the system or in the market, in the chocolate market. So the returns annually will be cut shared across board depending on how much you invested and how much your colleague also invested in the product. So it is actually a safe investment because it is well managed and it is more very tailored down to all of your pocket flow actually, because aside from buying I'm going to drift a little bit into discussing about our co-ownership scheme. So
Right.
for example, our project in Lekki phase 1, which is in Millennium Bay, a one bedroom apartment is going for 43 million. It comes fully finished and fitted as well. So individuals, about more than two people can come together and co-own one unit of that apartment. So by the time the project is completed, aside from the fact that you already have your property appreciation, your property has appreciated in the cost of development and and readiness of the project as well. You're going to be making rental value for people that do not want to put up their products or their houses into rent. You can decide to do the short-let business there. So imagine I mentioned earlier that per night right now it is going around this axis. One bedroom apartment in buildings like this is going for 100,000 or 120 or 130, depending on your bargain with the owners. So prorated by 70% occupancy rate. So we have 365 days in a year. So 70% of that, then multiply it by 100,000 naira per night. You see how much you'd be making per night on annual basis. So this figure will be shared across board. Like if you're 5 of you, there are 4 of you that invested in that project, you will get or should I say your return on investment based on how many slots you bought into the product with. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, that to an extent does. The other thing I want us to understand again is that how do we have peace of mind that our money is secured in the investment?
Okay, you mean when you I don't know, can you rephrase that again?
So we've invested now. Okay.
Okay.
How
Yes.
do we have the peace of mind that that investment is safe?
Okay, looking at security. Okay, first of all, your investment is 100% secured because you're going to we have a contract that binds you with Dradrock. You have evidence of your payment, you have your deed of assignment that will be given to you, and that is upon delivery, of course. So deed of assignment will be, will be given to you as the owner of the unit in any of our projects. Then for people that would have quote faith in investing because maybe it's an off plan or it is not project, it's not standing already. We have a clause in our contract that says that if we default in delivering as at when we ought to deliver, we have based on the contract, we are mandated to pay you rental value for as long as we default. So even if we're defaulting, you're going to be getting rental value, monetary, of course. So rental value will be paid to you as the investor, and we, the company, will bear the loss for not delivering. So that's more like the security around us that would also guide us to keep us on our toes because we don't want to pay rental value to customers because we did not deliver on our project. So,
I'm going to put you on the spot now.
okay.
And putting you on the spot will be putting you on the spot in comparison to your competitors in that area in Lagos where you are. I know we have a
Okay.
lot of construction companies, a lot of companies like yours over there. What makes you unique to others? What makes you different from others? Why should we value coming to you more? Why should we come to you at all rather than going to others?
Okay. Well, every company have their own uniqueness, actually. So for Dradrock, I would say that to us, customer is king here. Like we value our customers so very dearly. Yeah, and I'll go all the way to make sure that they get value for their money. And I mentioned earlier that during our 4 year in the business, about 75 to 80% of our revenue is from diaspora. So we find out that people get to trust us and refer us to other people as well. There are people that bought from us have not even been to the site, they've not been to the office, they just believe that they trusted us because of the testimonials that they got from other investors or from their friends and also from their families as well. So I wouldn't really say that Dradrock is spectacular or we are this or we are that, but our record actually speaks for us. If you go to our Pacific Manor Phase 1, you will see what we are doing there. Like amidst the challenges that Nigeria has faced in terms of COVID and other, nationwide issues that we have here in Nigeria, we are still trying to meet the deadline of delivering quality products to our investors. Like people that will travel all the way, like people that are not like people in diaspora that invested with us. When they came back and they saw what we have put into place in that our location, they are happy, and we are glad that they are happy and they refer us to their friends and also their colleagues, basically. So basically what we do is to ensure that our customers get value for their products, value for their money, also advise you on how best to invest your money. Not just come and buy property, but why are you buying your property? Are you buying to live in? Are you buying for investment? So if you're buying for investment, I know the typology I will tell you to key into that will help you to yield, get maximum returns in a short period of time. So That's it.
Okay. Good, good. I think with those lines, yes, you've sold your company to us. So just to ask, are we privileged to know the CEO of the company and some of the directors?
Okay,
Can you mention their names to us so that we know?
of course.
Yeah.
Hold on. So Dradrock, our CEO is actually Mr. Oladipo Idowu Agida. He's the MD of Dradrock Real Estate Limited, and alongside we have Kikelomo Williams. She's our GM at Dradrock. Then our board of directors. On our board of directors, we have the life of engineer Bimbola Odibi. He's actually one of an electrical engineer with over 20 years experience in the power industry. Then we have also Mr. Peter Olushola, and we have Dr. Hereta Onwebusi. She's more or less an entrepreneur, and also we have Tosin Olasainde. She's the founder
Oh,
of Money Africa. So these are the people that we have on our board. You can also check them out, and if people that have access to them can put across
yeah.
calls across to them, they would testify to that.
Good, good, good. And at least you've mentioned at least about three names that I know there. Which is good. One thing which would be, I think this would be the more or less the second to the last question for you today before we go. Um, in terms of, because I don't, something we care about mostly in Nigeria, especially when it comes to property and where we want to live, is also electric supply, electricity, the supply of electricity.
Mhm.
Is that something that is part of your project as well, or is that are you just building the house and that's it?
Okay, thank you so much. Because if I'll start with our Millennial Bay, you can see it is a 10th floor penthouse.
Yeah.
So of course there's going to be elevators. And another good thing is that on our board of directors, our chairman is actually in the power sector. So we're borrowing his knowledge. Also, he's lending us his knowledge in that sector to ensure that we have steady power supply, knowing fully well how Nigeria is at the time in terms of power supply. And also, we have um, in talks with the likes of the Mac. So in terms of delivering quality, that's for our project in Aja. So we're looking at doing the what's it called, the solar energy, combining it with NEPA electricity generator and also solar to ensure that there is 24 hours supply of electricity.
So say like the Pacific phase one, which is all completed now. Um, see the owners of the house, that are they the ones who provided the electricity for themselves, or was it part of the project?
Well, it's part of the project actually. It's part of the facilities that we're delivering to them. So you just buy property and every other facility that is needed to have a house, a habitable estate, will be provided by Dradlock Real Estate in terms of the electricity, in terms of the water, the road network, the security, the CCTV, everything that you would make your house comfortable and ambient as well. So Dradlock will be the one to power your put what's it called, electricity in your house. But of course, you bear the cost of electricity. But
Electricity.
of
Okay.
course,
No, I understand. I'm not expecting you to pay for the electricity. I've just got a question from one of our listeners there, which says, "Is it possible to pay outright in 6 months on any of your?"
E- okay, because it is a flexible payment plan. Actually, yes, we welcome that as long as you pay within the time frame. That's 6 months.
Okay. And would they still need to pay that 20% deposit even with that?
Well, you break your payment, you operate it for you in a way that it will suit into 6 months. So you could just divide it equal. It could be equal installment actually. So
So what I'm trying to find out is that okay, yes, you say we may be able to do, but do we still have to pay that 20% deposit? You know, earlier when you were talking about the 18-month plan and the 24-month plan, you said we have to pay 20% deposit first. Would that be
he
applicable for the 6 months as well?
not necessarily, as long like I mentioned earlier, you don't necessarily, you're not tied down to paying initial deposit because you don't know people's cash flow is different. So as long as you're looking at buying into the project in on outright purchase, and you're looking at the company giving you grace of 6 months to pay the outright price, we can work out a suitable payment plan for anyone that wants to key in with that plan as well. So
Oh,
it's you must not pay 20% initial deposit.
for the 6 months. Okay, good. I think that answers that question. So, on my final question, this one you did not tell us, and I'm going to
Okay.
ask because some people have sent in messages to ask as well. They've asked me, they said I should ask you, are you married or not?
I am 100% married.
Hey,
Yes.
I hope you've heard. You know, you can see diaspora people. Look at the question they asked. So you've heard she's married though. If you want to go and take her in Nigeria, you're in trouble. Anyways, I think it has been a wonderful one speaking to you today and making us see, the reason why we should not only come and invest in real estate in Nigeria, but also to do business with your company, which is Draddock. Did I get it right?
Dradrock.
Yeah, Draddock. Draddock. Draddock.
Yes.
Right. So Draddock. And where's the office? Can you just give us the office address and the
Okay,
website?
our website is www.dradrockng.com. We are also on social media platforms with the same name, Dradrock Real Estate.
Okay. And what about the office address in case people want
in
to visit your office?
Nigeria. Okay. So the office address is our office is located at Lekki Phase One. We're located on number 2 Cross Crescent on Hakim Dixon Road by Elf bus stop. Just close to where we have the Zenith Bank
Oh,
on
okay.
Elf.
So number 2 Cross Crescent, and that's did you say Elf bus stop?
Yes, Elf bus stop, Hakim Dixon Street.
Dixon Street.
Yes.
Okay. Kim Dixon. Okay, that's good. Well, so people, you have it there. If you want to speak with Gladrock, ng.com, that's the website located at Lekki Phase 1, number 2, Cross Crescent off Akim Dixon Street, and that's by Elf Bus Stop at Lekki. It's been another wonderful and exciting time today. Looking at the market there, man, it's big money going on there. And it's something we should all look at. Thank you for joining us today. Also, a big thank you to our guest who left a lot to be with us today. My name is Olusokunbi. Hopefully, I will see you next week if my production crew allow me to. But before then, we wish the two teams in the final of the Euro the best outcome, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.